Boruto has become the biggest villain of all time, my friend. Being responsible for the disappearance and death of a Hokage is an unforgivable crime. Sure, Orochimaru is still out there after everything he's done, but Boruto's case is completely different. He's become the most dangerous and cruel ninja of all time, posing the biggest possible threat not only to the Leaf Village but also to the entire ninja world. Well, at least that's what everyone is thinking. Hey, it's me, Uncle Itachi, and in today's video we're gonna talk about the biggest plot twist in all of anime. Don't forget to drop a like to support your uncle, alright? No more dilly-dallying, let's get to the video. At the beginning of the anime, Boruto was a very skilled child, but also very immature. Nobody liked him much. After the arrival of the Otsutsuki, everything changed. An extremely dangerous villain puts his karma mark on him with the aim of being reborn inside him. And we're not talking about just anyone here. We're talking about an extremely cruel and powerful villain. Momoshiki has appeared controlling Boruto's body a few times when Boruto was in danger, and whenever he had the chance, he always aimed to get revenge on Naruto and Sasuke for everything they did to him. Through this, Boruto was getting more and more mature. Little did he know what was coming. If it wasn't enough that Momoshiki was a threat to the village, we had an even stronger Otsutsuki, Ishiki. He chose Kawaki as his vessel, and because of that, Kawaki had a painfully difficult childhood. He spent the rest of his life in a lab being tortured. After his arrival in Konoha, things changed completely for the better. After causing trouble in the village, Naruto decides to adopt Kawaki, and he was very well received by everyone. And after a long time, he even saw Naruto as his father and created a brotherly bond with Boruto. But unfortunately, this didn't last long. Kawaki came to love Naruto so much that he made it clear he would do anything to save Naruto's life. And then the problems started to arise. Ishiki was a threat to Naruto's life. He almost managed to kill the two strongest ninjas in the village twice. Naruto awakened the Baryon mode and almost managed to end Ishiki's life. Thank goodness. Kawaki managed to finish him off and everything seemed fine. Not exactly. Then another threat appears. Momoshiki takes control of Boruto's body and completely destroys Sasuke's Rinnegan. Funny, right? Sasuke couldn't dodge a kunai. A kunai? Man, with that, Kawaki realized how important it was to stop Momoshiki as soon as possible, but for that to happen, Boruto would also have to die. Then suddenly Momoshiki appears again, and this time it was close to killing Naruto. Kawaki tried to end Boruto, but Naruto quickly prevented Kawaki from doing so, and that's when we see Boruto's evolution. Boruto recognizes that he was indeed a threat to his own father, and he decides to put an end to it. Naruto tries to stop him, but Boruto pushes him aside and asks Kawaki to put an end to the story. And Kawaki doesn't hesitate and kills Boruto and then passes out. But Momoshiki wasn't going to let things end so easily, right? So he decides to revive Boruto by putting his DNA to fill Boruto's cells so he wouldn't die. And with that, Boruto becomes 100% Otsutsuki. Now not only his mind, but also his heart and body are 100% Otsutsuki. Momoshiki still taunts Boruto, saying that the end was about to begin, and that it would be a spectacle of chaos. Until Kawaki wakes up in the hospital and finds out that Momoshiki was still alive. This sparked a great anger within him. After all, he wants to protect Naruto at any cost at all, even killing the Hokage's son. But here's the problem. Naruto doesn't want to lose Boruto in any way. Even if Boruto is a threat to the village and Naruto's life, Kawaki doesn't care about anything. In his head, the only way to keep Naruto safe is by annihilating anyone who could harm him, including all the other Otsutsuki. So Kawaki tries to talk to Naruto and Hinata about his elaborate plan, which was to kill Boruto, but clearly, Naruto disagreed, and Hinata promptly slapped him hard to make him wise up. So Kawaki decides to take the lead from now on, sealing Naruto and Hinata within a dimension where time doesn't pass. That way, they wouldn't feel hungry and would be safe, frozen in time. But then this news spreads quickly, that Naruto and Hinata had disappeared, so the village decides to reveal to everyone that the one responsible for this was Kawaki. After all, he was no longer a leaf ninja. Now he was a criminal. Boruto quickly shows up to try to get satisfaction with Kawaki, but Kawaki didn't want to hear anything. Then suddenly Sarada interferes in the battle, and Kawaki tries to kill Sarada. So Boruto steps in front of him to save Sarada, but he is fatally hit in the face, thus earning his scar. That's right, that scar that appears in the first episode of the anime. It just happened now, until Mitsuki and Shikamaru arrive quickly and manage to stop Kawaki's karma. And as a bonus, we even get an extremely epic scene from Sasuke. I'm sure there wasn't even Wi-Fi here, my friend. Mitsuki was furious to see what Kawaki had done to Boruto. For those who are out of the loop, Mitsuki saw Boruto as his son, and he would do anything to protect Boruto, even kill Kawaki. But luckily for Kawaki, Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body again, and once again ends up helping Kawaki escape. So Kawaki starts to run away, and he uses his molecular power to shrink, making it difficult for others to sense his chakra. But Kawaki was already very tired. He had spent too much chakra, and it would be very difficult to maintain it all. While all this was happening, Ada was watching everything from a distance with her Sharingan, and as she saw Kawaki struggle, she quickly realized that he needed help and flew after him. Until they meet, and Kawaki is scared, but she tells him to chill, that it's okay for him to calm down. After all, she's too awesome, and she would do anything for him. So Kawaki starts to pour his heart out. He says that if Boruto weren't a Hokage's son, nobody would forgive him, and if it were him, everyone would hate him forever. So he clings to her arm and starts screaming. He starts to express how sad he was at that moment. He starts screaming, saying that he was trash, and that if Boruto were like him, nobody would care about him, everyone would want to execute him. He wished that Boruto was an outsider like him, and not the Hokage's son. So she starts feeling all the weight that Kawaki was feeling at that moment. Suddenly a bright light starts to shine through them, expanding in such a huge way that it covers the entire planet. My friend, at this moment, we discover the true origin of her power. It wasn't just fascination, but omnipotence, capable of altering the entire reality, not just memories but matter as well. Without a doubt, the most stolen power in the work. Ada's fascination is basically the desire to be loved, making everyone around her love her. Thanks to her omnipotence, she becomes irresistible to everyone who crosses her path. Except for Otsutsuki clan members and blood relatives, she kind of inadvertently created this power. Ada loves Kawaki so much. After seeing his sincere outburst, it touches her little heart, and Kawaki's desire becomes Ada's desire. She just wants to be loved, but she doesn't want to be loved because of her fascination power. She wants to be truly loved. Someone who really loves her for who she is, and not because of her power to make people attracted to her, hoping that Kawaki could be her true love. And that's when the mess starts. Now, just as Kawaki wanted, Boruto is no longer Naruto's son. He became an outsider who killed the Hokage. And anyone who kills the Hokage deserves severe punishment. Ada's Shinjutsu made everything reverse. Now Kawaki is Naruto's son, and Boruto is adopted and repaid the love of a Hokage by disappearing him. And Kawaki was so clueless in this scene that he literally wanted to spice things up. He said, "Tell them the Hokage was killed by Boruto's hands." But wait a minute, where's that brotherly love he felt for Boruto? Did it have to go this far? Now everyone is willing to do anything to kill Boruto. Mitsuki activated the Sage Mode to try to annihilate Boruto. After all, he tried to kill his son. Now things have reversed, my friend. Mitsuki saw Boruto as his son, but thanks to Ida's power, now he sees Kawaki as his son, and he wants to kill Boruto at any cost. But amidst all this, Sarada wasn't affected by omnipotence. She even tries to warn Mitsuki, but it's no use. After all, now everyone believes that Boruto is a criminal. All their past memories still exist, but it's no longer with Boruto Otsutsuki. It's with Uzumaki Kawaki. Until Momoshiki asks Boruto, "Hey kid, just out of curiosity, how does it feel to lose everything?" Boruto wasn't understanding anything, so Momoshiki clarifies everything for him and even mentions that this is a divine power only gods use to create whatever they want. So now Boruto is a renegade. All he can do now to live is to live a life of running and hiding from everyone. After all, Kawaki wants his head at any cost. That's it, my friend. The video ends here. If you liked it, don't forget to leave your big like to strengthen your uncle, alright? Thanks for watching. We're in this together, and until next time.
First class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks. I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. If you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble. Right in your side, you will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little